Namo Namaha. I'm Lakshman Chaugule. We are going to start the BSHF 101 series. In that, today we are going to take the first unit, that is studying human society. We'll think about how to study the human society, what is the meaning of society, and how we will study it with some ingredients, some topics to be discovered. Let us see about society. Society is well known to everyone but not with exact meaning. It is simple as well as complex, for example, Indian, American, Chinese, etc., or agricultural, industrial, such as. In 19th century, it got definitive meaning and shape. Prior to that, philosophers debated on its nature and travelers write about it. Let us see history of meaning of society. After Enlightenment period, emphasis on new things seen. Some emphasized on order, some on rationality, some on materialism, therefore giving birth to different meanings. These meanings did not contain jelly-like and disorderly existence of the humanity, but central importance of meanings were values and human coexistence, and that is useful. Marxists use word social formation to specify three levels of relationships, which are economic, ideological, and political. At the same time, Sir Anthony Giddens argues against identifying society with nation, state, and prefers to talk about social systems. Human beings at the center of study of all disciplines. As a society is simplified over the years by history, political science, sociology, etc., and human beings occupied center of these sciences. So our study of society associated with concern of values which keeps hope of humanity aflame. According to our Upanishads, knowledge should enable the learner to move from the darkness to light. But sometimes it may be possible that such knowledge generated and spread that leads to the superstitions, religious fear, fundamentalism, terrorism that we witness these days. So, precautions should be taken. Miss Mary Douglas has done seminal researches to find answers to questions like why society like England has produced outsiders from among her own citizens, working on how societies organize themselves and how people relate with each other with conclusions in hand will be useful for making policies on terrorism. So, we need to keep knowledge from degenerating into propaganda. True knowledge should never be divorced from healthy criticism. So, some tools of inquiry to unravel meanings. That is important today. Society is not mere aggregation of individuals because they add so many values to process of social living. Values concern issues of living together such as freedom, equality, mutual respect, toleration of others, progress, balancing of moral and material interests, etc. There are other values such as love, affection, friendship, good neighborliness, ethical conduct, etc. These are the things which can be taken into considerations while thinking about them. The biggest problem of policymakers is to prioritize among values. Growth is more important than distribution of benefits, or the distribution of benefits are more important. One cannot take either or view because if we insist on distributive justice, then we need to have goods for that purpose, which is only possible through growth. So, what is physically apparent need not be true on deeper scrutiny that should be taken. All examples show that studying a society or social phenomenon requires first of all a recognition that social reality consists of several levels. Top level need not be representative of reality as whole. A true picture of the social phenomenon is possible only if we take care to consider all aspects of that phenomenon. There are some limitations in futuristic study of society. Overthrow of autocratic regimes had happened many times but not analyzed and predicted before. Popular movements made them possible. Tips to know knowledge versus propaganda. We should know the true knowledge. We should know actual what is the society, what are ingredients. Otherwise, it will be reduced to propaganda and it will not be helpful. Many sided nature of social reality. Now, social reality is not one sided, it has many sides to it. So, we should think about many sided social reality. Two essential ingredients are important there. One is objectivity, that is, remaining free from biases, and another is uniformity, which is remaining fair and equal in application. So, when we think about this, there will be true knowledge of the society and it will not be converted into propaganda. And we will think about many sided nature of the society as well. Now, at the end, let us see what was the Gandhiji's advice on education. The real difficulty is that people have no idea of what education truly is. We assess the value of education in the same manner as we assess the value of land or of share in the stock exchange market. We want to provide only such education as would enable students to earn more. We hardly give any thought to the improvement of the character of the educated. The girls, we say, do not have to earn, so why should be educated? As long as such ideas persist, there is no hope of our ever knowing true value of education. We'll meet with second unit, evolution of humankind. Till then, take care and bye bye.